You mentioned money, and I think it would be a good segue to go into that topic because I think one of the most important things that we need to focus on is making money. And I grew up in the church too. And when I grew up, making money and focusing on money was bad, was evil. And then when I came to America, I learned the American way and I realized, okay, just money's just a tool. And like you said, you can decide to change your circumstances, change who you are, and work hard to get something that you want for your life. Let's talk a little bit about how you took that fighter mindset from the sport and brought it into business. And on the day to day, how are you being a fighter, but now in the business world?
I found mentors, man. I found people that was 10 times stronger than me, 10 times more successful than me, 10 times richer than me, and I mimicked them. I asked questions. I figured out a way how they did business. As a fighter, man, I was broke. You don't get paid until you box, until you have an actual fight. So I was doing personal training and stuff on the side. But one of my mentors always, Nathan Pimpleton, shout out to him. He always say, man, Tony, think about what's next. Think about what's next. You can't do this forever. I was forced into retirement with detached retina. And so I had to think about what's next immediately because I'm thinking I was going to, what I'm doing now, I'm thinking I was going to retire around this time now and try to open up a gym. But that was 10 years ago, almost. I asked questions. I got around those people. They showed me the steps by steps how to be successful, and I followed them. I do my business by godly principles. I try my best to outgive God, and that's a game you're always going to lose. I try to outgive God, and I lose every time. So I try my best. I do, and I try my best. Every dime I get, I give my 10% to God. I sow into other people. The law of life is reaping what you sow. And if you sow some good thing will happen. So I try my best to sow as many good seeds as possible. The outcome has been amazing. I mean, God has blessed me with so many opportunities. So with business, I try to sow into people. I try to sow every dime I get, I put it back into the business. I put it back into people. I give to the church. I give to organizations and I don't have no key to wealth. I don't have the straight direction how to get to where you want to be. All I know what I did is I trust God. I literally put my energy and everything into the biblical principles. And that's why I believe I'm having the success I'm having right now. I mean, opportunities is endless because I keep sowing the right seeds. That's my take on money. That's all I got. That's all I know. Save your money because one day money gonna save you. Savings is what I do. I don't know how much I get. I put 10% to God, put a certain percent to vacation fund, certain percent to emergency funds, certain percent to retirement, and then I live off the rest. I live off what probably 70, 60% of my income. No matter what it is, I allocate my money so I can always be protected. But give your money to God first, man. Just people could say it's some people don't have to believe it. That's how I do it, and it works because that's something bigger than life out there than what we're doing right now. Because we're going to be spending a lot more time on the other side of eternity than we are on this side. So I believe that something big out there is going to happen once we leave this earth, and I just want to be prepared for it. I want to build my saving accounts in heaven when I'm done. And that's what I'm building it for. I want God to be like, look, Tony, you did what you're supposed to do. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect. People don't look at me like I'm perfect, but I know I do the best I can. That's my money principles.
Yeah.
That's how I do money.
For me, I disagree a little bit with
Yeah.
that. So I don't do 10% for the
Uh-huh.
church or anything like that. I just had different experiences in my life
Mhm.
where I was so into the church and I
Mhm.
saw how the whole organization was working that I was like, I got to a point where I'm like, um, I don't want to keep feeding that,
Yeah.
but I respect people who
100%.
do it because I think it comes back to the principle of giving. And I do
100%.
I do believe in that. And I do my best to give with my money and with my time
Mhm.
for things that I believe in. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're not able to give into something,
Yeah.
like what's
It's
the point?
pointless. It's
Yeah.
pointless.
What's the point? And I do agree that if you can take a portion and give it to a cause that you believe in,
Mhm.
and to me, it could be anything that works for the person.
Mhm.
That I agree with you. It's gonna come back to you
It's gonna
because
come back.
you're gonna feel better connections are going to happen because of you being interested in this topic or that topic. So, and I love it when friends have that same way of thinking
Mhm.
because there's nothing worse than making money just to blow it on
Yeah,
things that don't matter. So,
100%. I think of life as like a flow. It's like a
mm,
flow. It's gonna come back around. People think that the law of giving, all you need just give, give, give. But in order to become really successful, you have to be able to receive. There's a law called receptivity. So you just can't give because if you're always worried about giving, like, oh, give, oh, and then somebody try to give you something, you're like, no, I don't need it. That's where you stop in the flow of life. That's where you have to be like, look, accept that gift because you're giving somebody else an opportunity to give. It's the flow. And so that's where I think that's where I go with the church because
mhm,
I don't care what the church do with it. I pray they do what they're supposed to do. And I know they're doing it. That's where faith come in. And so that's the way my mindset go. Like, okay, they're supposed to do. You're supposed to give to the kingdom. I give to the kingdom. And so as I give to the kingdom, and not only the kingdom, I give to different boxing organizations. I sow into my coaches. I sow into my members. I sow into my fighters. And eventually that circle will come back around. The flow of life. That's why I look at it. Just the flow.